feels like Karina, they want to play, Team Hawk specifically want to play on the bottom side of their map to make sure that this on-hit, true damage, tank shredding Momo on carry is not going to be as effective throughout this game.
From what I can see here of Team Hawk, these final 2 picks are actually veering away to a more safe style. They recognize that Todak are going to be very high mobility. Their heroes will move around the map very safely on their own and look for pickoffs. So better for Team Hawk to have heroes that can do the same.
Well, Dirov completely ignored in the entire phase until this is the final pick. Todak drafts it out for 4 Mays to go against the Esmeralda. So it seems like things are a little bit feisty. Who has the better draft?
I think at this point of time, Todak have stronger side lanes. Team Hawk just have a better team fighting composition. I'd say it's about 50-50 here.
Well, it seems to me Chiku Guy is going to be playing on the mid lane instead of the gold lane. It's interesting enough to see the carry down towards the marksman. So I'm looking forward to see how Todak executes this draft.
This is going to be an exciting one. Watch out for Game 1 of our Grand Finals. Best of 7 between Team Hawk and Todak to determine the champion of MPL Malaysia Season 10. Who is it going to be? The longtime veteran searching for their back-to-back title, or the upstart challengers who want to become the true dark horse of the tournament?
With all the stories going on, it all has boiled down to this. A best of 7 with Team Hawk on the blue side, Todak on the red side. When we carry in the mid lane, it's going to be extremely important for Todak to make sure they clear these waves fast. Now, with the help of Yumski, this is all very, very possible. But keep your eyes focused. If you're supporting Todak, it's all very dependent on how far ahead 4Maze can get against this Esmeralda. He wants to pull attention to himself, while on the top side, Momo needs to not die, but pose some form of a threat against the Brody.
Yeah, absolutely. Momo is going to play a pretty important role because he is going to be the one most likely unlocked from his lane. And if 4Maze can replicate that, but Yumski, he's jumping in. He gets a nice Jikundo, gonna force the flicker from Min over the wall. But Team Hawk do secure the lid though.
I'm more curious about how aggressive Gary is going to get here, right? Because again, he wants to take out this carry, but she's in the mid lane. There's not going to be too many trades coming in from Team Hawk, and Min as well as Yumski basically just want to focus on the waves until they hit level 4.
It's going to be quite interesting to watch out for, because I'm personally very curious about this carry in the mid lane. Don't feel like she has a lot of wave clear. 4Maze though could be in a lot of danger right now. He's caught between 3 members of Team Hawk, has the flicker over the wall back to safety.
Now, I'm a little bit curious here because it seems like Todak, we've talked about this mid-marksman strategy. Oftentimes, Chiku kind of bring this to the table. But on what occasion that Todak decides to play 4Maze as well as Momo on the side lanes? We've seen this a couple of times. What makes them want to play this draft against Team Hawk?
Well, hold on. Before that, let's see whether Rival dies here. Ooh, he's going to survive. But to answer your question, the side lanes, they have to be extremely stable. They have to be self-sufficient fighters to be able to kind of hold off on their own, because Todak are playing a 1-3-1 strategy. If both Chiku... Wait, hold on.
Ooh, Lola in a lot of danger, but he dodges the Abysm Strike, so that's going to be a big cooldown that 4Maze does not have. Now, Fatal Link's going to catch out in the backline. Is Rival going to get kicked, but no follow-up, so Lola falls as first blood, and Rival instantly picks up the double kill onto Man as well.
That's what you want to see coming in from Todak. They have to find these vulnerabilities. Their early game isn't that bad, and with the help of this Dairoth, if he chunks somebody out early, Todak has an opening for Gushin to jump right on in.
Well, could it be, back towards my question as well, because it seems like based on how the fight went, is it because of the fact that they're able to have either 4Maze and Momo wrap around going for a flank, to help, to give the marksman an easier positioning before the first turtle fight, or is it something else?
Well, it's about how you distribute and actually get the gold onto this carry, right? Because again, he's not really touching the mid lane anymore. He's going for these gold crab. He's going into the side lane. He's taking up extra bits of farm so that Rival can be a little bit more proactive on the map. So while Team Hawk is distracted with the initial attacks and the threat of Rival, Chiku is able to take his time and safely farm up these waves, and even taking a couple of side jungle farms at the same time, not having to worry about Team Hawk threatening him.
Yeah, I think in the end that is kind of the essence of this draft from Todak after all. Having the two fighters in the side lanes allows them to play really aggressively, and thereby Chiku, even on a hero that doesn't necessarily clear the mid wave very quickly, he is able to shove out, he's able to contribute, pick up assists, and start snowballing off of that. And as we mentioned that, Lola is gonna get caught out way up the dragon, sets up beautifully into the Abysm Strike, and that's gonna be a lot of gold going to Todak down here, as now Momo gonna be pulled down by the Fatal Link, but he flickers away to safety.
Nicely played. Very nicely played by Todak. They had the timing. Momo, again, this is just why he's one of the best gold laners. He has the flexibility. He's so very confident in himself to hold out this lane. And yeah, he might actually lose this tower, but does it really matter?
Rival, though, he's in danger. Does Min have the Fatal Link? The tower is already dead, and Panda will be able to find him. As here comes Yumski, though. The Wave Dragon going in the wrong direction, so here comes Momo. He gets the kill onto Min, and that's going to be a 1-for-1.
This is what I'm talking about. Todak, every single time you feel like, finally, you know, their opponents actually get a little bit of gold back. Todak think ahead. And this is what I'm talking about macro plays, right? Todak have the foresight to look a little bit further down the line. If you overextend, that's when you get punished. Team Hawk must keep this in mind.
Turtle gonna be contested. Rival secures it easily, and at the same time, Forme is able to steal away the orange buff on the opposite side. Todak constantly applying the pressure.
Yeah, but as of yet, I'm a little curious to see why this is actually happening, because most of the fights that's happened so far is all towards the side lanes. Is it because of that particular reason that the meta has shifted towards the side lanes, whereas middle lane is actually harder to gank, and that's why it's the safest position for Chiku to be at?
No, that's absolutely correct. Mid lane is the most difficult to gank so far.
Ooh, Formes! He gets the drive-by. Team Hawk got careless right there with Panda's positioning. Literally caught out 1v3. So now Todak constantly, they're even increasing. They're going for the tier 1 mid. Gonna find it as Rival picks up one more onto Gary. Team Hawk being threatened in their own half of the map.
Team Hawk's getting a little delirious here. Todak is all over them every single time they try to make a play. Todak finds somewhere else on the map, another vulnerability, another window of opportunity to get onto their opponents. I think Team Hawk at this stage, they are losing a little too much in this early stage. It's 1-6 so far, and with the gold ranking going all over to only Panda, the rest of Team Hawk seem to be falling behind.
Admittedly, though, Team Hawk does have a pretty okay late game scaling. Valentina and Esmeralda are going to start dealing a lot of damage later on in the line, and if Todak has to shove into the base, they always have the Fatal Links that has allowed them to make many comebacks in the past.
Well, I mean, ideally, I mean, it comes down to Atlas, right? We're looking at Team Hawk, you're thinking Min is going to find an opening at some point of time. If they have to sacrifice all their outer tier turrets, that's absolutely possible. But then again, you have Chiku guys playing on carry. She scales super, super well, and then Team Hawk has to figure out a way to kill her.
I'm so curious of what Team Hawk's decision to actually make a comeback, because it seems like they're just clumping up and not forcing a fight, whereas Todak, they're just getting so much value out of the lot in terms of map control, and I'm really surprised that Team Hawk, they're not making a move at all.
Well, speaking of the move, they are taking position over Turtle. Todak might contest this, or they're just going to let Formes pull.
Min flickers forward, gets the Fatal Links. Rival instantly decimated as Momo comes in from the backline, but he gets taken away of the dragon, stolen away by Man, setting up the double kill into the hands of Gary. Team Hawk bites back.
This is what you want to see from Team Hawk. They're getting some really good fights in, but Todak, again, don't fight this!
Yeah, Min going in, gets the stun in the backline as Panda gonna be kicked away, wrong direction. Forme's in a lot of trouble. He's regenning, but it's not enough to stop the killing spree from falling into the hands of Gary.
Todak, I'm not sure why they wanted to take this fight. There was no reason to. Formes already had a push. You might as well just give them the darn turtle, take it tier 2 down bot side. You have all the jungle farm in the world on bot side as well to make sure that Gary doesn't get further ahead.
This is honestly not a bad response from Team Hawk at all. Todak, they still maintain the net worth lead, but right now it's very important for them to allow Gary to be enabled on the side of Team Hawk. We already know what he's capable of if he can get a snowball on these types of heroes.
I'm a little bit surprised by how Team Hawk was finally reacted. It seems like they were waiting for something, because initially I thought they kind of given up on the entire fight because they seem a little bit lost. But as of yet, now what gives them the confidence to fight it?
Ooh, Yumki gonna get way of the dragon himself, man, stealing the ultimate away again beautifully. And now Team Hak actually have control. They can contest for this purple buff, steal it away. Formaze, he's trying to secure it himself, but he won't be successful. But it did look like Rival was actually able to pick that up at the end there.
They don't get as much value as they want to, but they at least even out the gold. Right now, I think...
Oh, where did he go? Fatal Links gonna find Chiku, guys. Min actually gonna block the dagger from Rival as Momo, you're in a bad spot, my friend. Gary secures the double.
Yeah, it's too difficult now. Todak have already gotten away with the early game. They've got their side lane pushes, but Team Hak have built their first and second item, which is exactly where they want to spike. And now, as 5, Team Hak generally have better team fighting than Todak, unless they can pull them apart.
Now, this is a pretty bad situation for Todak, actually. Gary currently 6-1 on this Karina. Todak, they have a lineup that really does need them to slowly snowball throughout the early game. But Team Hak finding a perfect opportunity to just pick up on those vulnerabilities and start the comeback.
Winds of Nature already coming out for the side of Chiku. That's going to be an important spell if he doesn't want to die to Panda, or maybe getting kicked by Man in the first place. I think they have to keep in mind here that Todak need to split Team Hak apart. They can play the map a lot better than Team Hak. Their split pushing is so much better as well.
Rival, he's gonna try and defend this, but there's no way he can do anything against 4 members of Team Hak. So Todak, they're gonna rely on split pushing. We can see the carry and Derov up in the top lane, but the bottom lane is where our attention needs to be.
See, this is exactly what I want to see from Todak. Pose threats on the opposite side of the map, and as soon as you see Team Hak actually responding to that side of the map, use that Magic Sentry, instantly you get some vision, you know what you have to do, go back to the lanes and actually save it.
The Lord has been taken down, as here comes Yunski, here comes Formaze, he's taken out instantly by Gary, godlike streak to the Karina. Momo realizes, oh no, I should not be here right now. That's gonna be 3 kills falling into the hands of Team Hak instantly, and now the base going to be threatened on the side of Todak. All 5 members of Team Hak still alive, no fatal links on Min. Rival looking for the kill on Man, but he's not able to finish him off, and 1 inhibitor falls in the bottom lane. Team Hak, they're actually looking for more here. They want to greet this out, and I think that is an excellent idea. But with Todak respawning, it's time for them to make a hasty retreat. Rival not gonna allow it, but Min again, beautiful positioning, blocking the dagger from Gushin.
Team Hak, that's what I said. They're one of the best team fighting teams here so far at MPL MY, and Todak's composition just isn't as good as Team Hak's when it comes down to these 5v5s. They have to play the map, and if they are going to coordinate, they need the initiation, the initial pickoff from Yumski. So Team Hak, they understand that, and they shut him down before he even gets to them.
Now, what happened in this couple of minutes? Because it seems like Todak, they were having full control, but as of yet, Team Hak is just dominating all full map control, and they're gonna engage a fight.
Yep, they want to use this momentum. Legendary given over to Gary as they pick up the Cho, and they steal his ult to secure the kill onto Paquito as well. Momo not having a fun game here.
To answer your question, Icy Baby, the fact is that Todak decided to take one team fight by Turbo, thinking that they're stronger, got punished for it, allowing Team Hak to even out the score, and this is where they start getting very strong. The mid game went so wrong for Todak.
But Team Hak, they still have to be quite wary about this, right? Todak, they have the opportunity to make the comeback. Team Hak needs to still be careful.
Oh, it all comes down to the one mistake, right? So I'm really surprised that Team Hak was able to transition with that one mistake and scale towards Todak's side. But considering that the actions has been done, how will Todak actually respond to this? And considering that with 1 inhibitor down, how can they make the comeback now?
Todak, as of right now, the only way that they win this is if they get that initial pick, either on Gary or Panda. Panda, number 1 on the list, Gary, number 2 on the list. With Lord on Team Hak's side, it's becoming very difficult for Todak to actually dictate the tempo. After this Lord, assuming that they survive, because their high ground defense isn't that great, We'll see how we'll talk about it when it does occur. But Team Hawk, full advantages, side lanes are going to get cleared, and when this Lord starts crashing onto an inhibitor, Todak are forced to team fight. They kind of don't have a choice.
And in these big team fights, we've already seen Team Hawk's positioning be basically perfect. Min knows that all he has to do is block the dagger from Rival, and there is nothing this Gusion can do to threaten his backline, allowing Team Hawk to just have free reign over the battlefield.
Now, I want to take a look at the items real quick as well. It seems like majority of Team Hawk members are pretty much all max slaughtered, but Todak at the same time, they're okay to respond to this, but can they defend against this Lord is going to be the question as of yet, because Todak, they seem really confused on what to do with this stage, but they're trying to keep things alive.
Man, gonna get a fatal links. Winter Trunk in from Rival just in time to keep him alive, but now all of Team Hawk are in their base, but Gary, he's the first one taken out. They do find the mega kill on support maze. The crystal is exposed, the Lord is on top of it, and Panda has a lot of tower structure damage, but Todak are doing a good job of zoning them off. There is no jungle, but guess